On guys, John here from John's Games channel. Thanks for tuning in. This is the Halo Wars 2 Advanced Tutorial.
Upgrade your fire base to a combat station now.
Alright, so one thing that we've done already is we've walked through the basic tutorial. You can see my most recent video prior to this one if you haven't already done that. But we're going to walk through the advanced tutorial today in Halo Wars. I'll post it online for you, share some hints and tips that I might have. But let me tell you what, there's actually one or two things that I learned that how to use better in the advanced tutorial. So the first thing we're going to talk about is combat station upgrading. And you do that by selecting the main fuselage of your base, and then you go up on the toggle wheel that'll pull up, and you'll upgrade to a combat station. There's three different levels, 1, 2, and 3. Number 1 is the first regular base. The second base will add us a digital
boosts their combat effectiveness. Let's upgrade your Marines with their grenade throw special ability.
Okay, we're also going to upgrade our Marines so they can throw grenades. But upgrading to a combat station will allow you 2 extra slots here to build, as well as 4 places to place turrets or siege towers around your base. And once
We're up, Leathernecks.
Once we of course upgrade the grenade ability for our troops, we can use them to attack other people and throw grenades at them, and it'll kill things a lot faster, in particular like heavy armor, things like that, groups of
Special
people.
abilities take a while to recharge before they can be used again, so timing is important.
You can see the circle down here at the bottom left of my screen. That is my
Now,
grenades.
let's move on to advanced unit selection techniques. Here come some reinforcements now.
That right down there. Okay, we got some renewings, but the circle around my guys is the ability kind of regenerating itself, so it'll
Marines
take a
ready to
little bit of
serve.
time there. One thing I like to do too is I automatically always go to start building turrets
Marines.
on my base, because I think it's better to have protection than to not have
Selecting all
protection.
your units can be useful for quickly moving all your
Hellbringers
units
and
at
some
once.
Marines.
Move all your units to the next waypoint marker.
Alright, looks like we're gonna head on over to the waypoint. And now you can see here I have 2 different types of troops. I have both flamethrowers
Good.
and
Your
Marines.
selected units are always shown grouped by the type at the bottom of the screen. Cycle through your selected unit types now.
This is a cool thing too, that
Notice how the selection around each unit changes as you cycle through.
as you pull the right trigger, you'll
Cycling
highlight
is a
different
good way to
groups
quickly select individual types of units from a
of
larger
troops.
group.
And that's good too, because,
Now let's review other
for
ways to
instance,
quickly select
the
units of the
Hellbringers,
same
they are
type.
really good at destroying other infantry. They're anti-infantry troops. So I can say I could go like this right here, and I can select them, and I can move them over here to possibly fight some bad guy infantry troops over here, while I take these Marines, and of course, just by using the right trigger. But I mean, I move them over here to do some anti-air stuff. So that becomes pretty important
Stand to,
throughout the whole
troops.
game. And then you can also you can push A. So if I push A, either on these guys or these guys, it'll select the total number of troops present on your screen, local troops.
Is the key to victory.
It's on me, Marines.
Okay, then we'll go ahead and we'll move up to the next
Your
checkpoint here.
D-pad can be used to move quickly around the battlefield. Press left on the D-pad to jump to your base.
Very important.
If you have multiple bases, multiple presses to the left on your D-pad will cycle through all your bases.
And that becomes really important when you want to save time moving your cursor around the map. You really want to start using these buttons to bounce back and forth. So if I push left, I'll go to my base. If I push down on the D-pad, I'll go to my troops again. And then if I push right, well, we'll talk about up first. If I hold up, that's a rally point. All my troops that are created are going to go to that point
Press right
now.
on the D-pad to jump to the alert and take out the enemy.
Okay, so right on the D-pad will take me to the alerts. I go base, alert, troops, and they see a little red dot on your base. Your troops are getting involved in some combat, some skirmishes, anything like that. You'll get alerted to where they are, and you can push right on the D-pad to jump right over there.
Is essential to winning battles. Now let's assign some units to a control group using what you've already learned. Select all local units.
Okay, this is actually a pretty important tactic, especially when it comes, I think, to blitz, is setting control units. So what we're going to do is we're going to highlight
Now assign those units
all
to a
local
control
units. We're going to hold the right trigger, and we're going to put it up, down, left, right on the D-pad. And this is actually, you can see down on the bottom left-hand screen, on the little D-pad cursor there. That will allow me to just pull the trigger and push up, and then I'll have all these guys. It's pretty sweet. So if I want to clear my selection,
Now
I'll
use
push
the
B.
D-pad to select the units assigned to that control group again.
Rally point set.
Alright, so now if I hold trigger
Good.
and push up, it'll
You
select
can have
all
one
those
control
troops.
group assigned to each of the directions on the D-pad. Now move all your units to the next waypoint marker.
And one thing that's really helpful is when you're in battle is, like I said, if you have anti-infantry or anti-air or anti-vehicle troops, you want to have kind of all those, or different, maybe even different little squadrons or armies on different control groups in the D-pad. We talked a little bit about this last tutorial video. The basic tutorial is maybe you have 2, 3, 4 armies going around the map, and you can quickly, really quickly go in between those groups by highlighting just them through holding the right trigger and pushing the D-pad, and that way you can send your tanks one way, maybe you send your Hornets the other way, and your Marines right up the middle. Alright, these guys don't even know how much trouble they're in, because here come the Marines, baby! And like I said, you know, I'm constantly focusing my fire on individual troops to kill them all, because I want to make sure that I'm taking down enemy numbers and not allowing 4, 5, 6 guys to continuously live while I drain their health and let all of them shoot at me.
Units on higher ground have extended sight and firing ranges.
And I always take the upper ground, the higher ground. That's where it's at, folks. You get up above them, you start shooting at them. They can't hit you. You can hit them. It's fantastic. Take the higher ground. Really enjoying Halo Wars 2. It's a fantastic game. About halfway through the campaign on Legendary. I've ran into some hard missions. I'm thinking about doing just either an easy or a normal playthrough of Halo Wars 2 on my channel real quick to get the videos up to help you guys have a walkthrough through the game so you can kind of see it all, and then I'll go through and make an additional walkthrough on Legendary, which I'll tell you what, it is absolutely difficult. Most missions I have to play at least twice. I'll run through it once, and then something will happen, and I'll be like, man, I didn't see that coming, so I'll start over and have to, you know, factor in that sort of wave of attack that's coming at me.
The next objective marker.
Bridge control is really important. They'll play a major part in the campaign, and you kind of sometimes you want to have to control switches so people can't use these switches to get a shortcut, or I mean, there's a whole lot of different scenarios that involve bridges in the game. So really simple. You know, you just select a little control module, and you can control the bridge.
Marines.
Careful, Commander.
See what we got going on here.
We've detected enemy air units nearby.
Uh-oh.
Every type of unit has a counter unit. Marines are an effective counter to air units, so I'm sending in Marine reinforcements now. Use your Marines to destroy those.
And one of the cool things too is, you know, if you upgrade your Marines, first you do the grenade throw, and then you can upload the rockets, but they can really tear through some air vehicles. So remember that. You want to use the right tool for the right job. It goes back to Minecraft, right? You want to use the right troop for the right job. So you want to use anti-air for anti-air, anti-vehicle for anti-vehicle, anti-infantry for anti-infantry, and you want to make sure that you have a really good mix of all of those throughout the entire game.
Vehicles are vulnerable to air units, so I'm sending you some.
All right, here
to
come the
counter
Hornets.
enemy tanks.
And they're very good at taking out vehicles. If you notice, the tank uses mini 50 caliber machine gun, whatever it is. Probably not 50 caliber machine gun, sure. It's much more advanced than that. Chain gun, whatever it is. They can shoot at my Hornets, but they can't use the main gun, which pretty much takes the Scorpion out of the battle. So if I was this enemy and these Hornets showed up just to destroy my Scorpion like this, you know, I'd bring in some Wolverines or some Marines or some more Hornets to come and help fight these guys.
Excellent. But now the enemy is sending in Marines to counter your air units.
Alright, see?
Your air units won't last long against their Marines. So
It's
friendly
true.
Scorpion tanks are inbound to help deal with them.
Alright, and now we'll use our vehicles for anti-infantry, which these Scorpions, let me tell you what, these things are beast mode. I was having trouble beating a mission on Legendary, and then I was like, you know what, maybe I'll try Scorpions, and I just like, oh man, I absolutely destroyed the enemy. It was awesome. And the nice thing about this too is the Scorpion tanks will have their shells will have kind of an explosion distance around them, so you can shoot one guy in the middle, and the guys around him will get hurt. So you want to focus on groups of targets by focusing. So there's 3 guys. You want to hit the guy in the middle, and then maybe point at the other guys and hit the guy in the middle. You'll take them all down like that. It's pretty neat.
Units, Commander. Well done. Choosing the right unit to counter enemy units is key to your success on the
Right tool
battlefield.
for the right job.
The enemy base has been located.
Oh,
Use the
enemy
tactics
base,
we've
baby.
covered to destroy all enemy forces.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to roll on the homies. So, using tactics that we discussed, I'm going to highlight my tanks. I'm going to put them into one battle group. As soon as this works, we'll hold up. You can't build any more. Oh, okay.
This base is squat on level.
Get the tanks,
Group 2
put them
assigned.
in group 2. We'll take the Marines, we'll put them in a group. And we'll take our air, we'll put them in a
Group
group.
3 assigned.
And then we'll take all of our troops and we'll put them in a battle group. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the tanks and I am going to attack the soldiers. I am going to take my Marines and I am going to attack the Hornets. I am going to take my Hornets and I am going to attack the Scorpions. So one way that I can do this is either
Group 3.
highlight group 3, or I could select
Group
my
2.
troops, or I can just
Group 1.
select them and move them. But I decided to use the group selection tool because it is so important that you guys actually use that. It will help you so much. I absolutely destroy people in online matches in this game simply because my troop selection and group control is so much more efficient than theirs. I mean, it's crazy how fast you can really kill somebody if you're really paying attention to what your troops are doing and who they're fighting versus just sending everybody in a mass group and trying to kill everybody. I like to do that too, but inevitably it ends up in you just losing a huge army and having to rebuild an entire new army and going back and doing that again. And you can throw hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of troops at a problem that maybe you could have gotten done with like 100 troops instead of 300 troops. But if you use the right troops for the right job and have people attacking the right enemy troops, you will succeed much more at this game than other people. Cool. Well, that's the advanced tutorial, guys. Mission complete. Thanks for watching. I'm John from John's Games channel. Please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate that. Giving a thumbs up means a lot. It does help me know that you guys are enjoying my videos. And if you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. That's great too. It's America. Freedom of speech, baby. Thumbs up, thumbs down. It's all gravy to me. But stay tuned for more Halo Wars. I'm going to run through the Blitz tutorial because Blitz is a new game that they've added to Halo Wars 2. It's really cool. You can see it on the screen here. And then we will go through the campaign. So, I don't know. Have a good day. We'll see you guys later.